All right, so we'll start the second part of this session, Abhidheya. So again, let's welcome His Grace Harivamsa Prabhu with 3 loud Haribol. Thank you. Thank you. So the bhajans will be displayed here, and I'll also post this in the Volunteers Eternal group, so you can, if you want to follow on your phone, okay? Prabhu, is the AC bottom?
I thought मैंने नजर लगा दी. वो हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, I told you just you sit there and he moved you in the Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braj Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braj Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braj Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivardhari Gopi Jan Vallabha Girivardhari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare जयं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजाकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सत His Divine Grace AC Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rūpa Kada Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guroho Shriyuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rūpam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो. Shri Krishna Che. Prabhu, can we move that fan towards that side? I'm feeling it. Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Anarpita charim chirat karunayavatirna kalau samarpaitum unnato jvalarasam svabhakti shriyam. Harihi purata sundara dyuti kadamba sandipitaha sada hridaya kandare spuratu vaha shachi nandanaha. Hantaya madrirabla haridas varyo yad Rama Krishna charana sparsha pramodah. Manam tanoti sahago ganayostayoryat Paniya suyavasa kandara kandamulaihi. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. It can't be.
Turn it off, it's okay. We get the feeling of Radha Govinda.
Please forgive. Hare Krishna. I'm very grateful again to the leadership here for giving the opportunity to come and serve here. And I'm missing Neelmani Prabhu. He's few hours away, but hopefully I'll see him tomorrow. And thank you to all of you also for coming, and very warmly welcome Shamlila Prabhu, Dallas, and also Prem Bhakti Ras Mataji and their daughter Gorangi, and they are here. So happy to see them again. Also connected with Chopati, Pune congregation. Thank you for coming. And thank you to all of you. And we seek blessings of all our acharyas that we continue our discussion on these three tattvas. They have spent their books, precious time, precious energy, tolerating the vagaries of the weather in Vrindavan during that time where there were no ACs. But perhaps it was cooler at that time. And they were in that atmosphere, they wrote the books, and 500 years later we are reading on the Independence Day. Maybe they thought we require some other independence also other than this independence. Of course, today is also a very special day. It's called Hariyali Tej. And it's very auspicious that we are speaking about Rūpa Gosvāmī and Abhidheya on Hariyali Tej. That will be revealed towards the end of the discussion. So with that, we move forward and talk about these three tattvas. First tattva, Sambandha, which means relationship with Bhagwan, Abhidheya, which we'll talk about today, the process to go towards Bhagwan, and Prayojan, the ultimate goal in relation to Bhagwan. Isn't it? But why there are these three tattvas? Because we have been taught that in our Sanatan Dharma there is only one tattva. Tattva means vastu, object or a thing. Why? Maybe we spoke about this last series also here, that there is one Advaya Tattva. A means not, Dvaya means two, not two. One Tattva alone, non-dual. Why one Tattva alone? Because everything is an expansion of Thakurji only. We describe this in a very interesting way using the analogy of the construction in India. Well, because we are constructing the Persipani temple, so bringing the analogy of the construction. Of course, here I don't know we use wood or stone. Stone? Steel. But in India we use stone. And there is something which unites the two stones together. What's that? Cement. And you prepare the cement. There is something called, if you have in Indian construction, bajar foot. I don't know why it's called bajar foot. It's no longer a foot. These are these granule things which you mix with the cement and prepare a paste. That paste is called masala. Yeah, it's called masala, literally. So you ask somebody who is doing construction, you'll see them screaming, bring the masala, bring the masala. Now that's not Andhra masala or Gujarati masala, it's some other masala. And there will be required a person to put that masala between the two bricks, correct? What's that person called who puts the masala between two bricks? In Hindi, we call him Mistri. Correct? So in English, masala is matter and Mistri is mason. Correct? Matter and mason. You need two people. Matter and you need mason to stick the matter between the other matter. Correct? In civil engineering, these two are different. Matter is different, mason is different. Correct? You won't want your matter to be mason or mason to be matter. But in spiritual life, in the whole spiritual creation, they are just one and the same. Matter is Krishna, mason is also Krishna. And this is like the clarion call, the greatest declaration of Sanatan Dharma. He used one word for it. Abhin nimittopadana karanam. Abhin, which is non-different. Nimitta means the person who is the instrument. Who is the instrument? Mistri or the mason, correct? One who puts the things together. And upadan, masala, matter. Why Thakurji is matter? Because everything comes from him, correct? Bhumirapo nalo vayu khammano buddhirevacha. Tick mark. He's the matter. How about mason? Mama evamshu jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. We are his ansha. Some of us have become the mason, right? So both mason and matter is Thakurji. Therefore, it's just one tattva. One tattva expanded in the form of varieties. So why there are these three tattvas? Sambandh, Abhidheya and Prayojan. Well, these all lead to that one tattva. Isn't it? Sambandha is the relation with that one tattva. Abhidheya, to go towards that tattva. And prayojan, what we do there. What's the goal? Isn't it? So we are talking about these three different things so as to have a very seamless and concise explanation and expression of what to do in spiritual life, isn't it? Otherwise, anything can happen. There was one person who was coming to the temple and he said, "What are you people doing this khujli, irritation in that mala? What are you doing like that? No need of mala. You can keep chanting throughout the day. I keep chanting that." So some monk told him, "Come here. You are chanting? Okay, take this counter, chant. Tomorrow we'll tally how many rounds you do." So, "Oh, that's so easy. I would have chanted at least 16 rounds. The next day, this fellow came. Whole day, he was doing whatever he was doing. In the end, he showed his counter. Can you guess how many number of mantras he chanted? Hare Krishna mantra? 104. Not even 108. Not even one mala. Sankhya Purvaka Nam Gana Nati Vihi. The process is given so that it's measurable. And don't we say in US, we say in India also, whatever gets measured gets improved. Isn't it? So unless and until there is a specific thing to put our attention, remember that story yesterday? There is no such thing as a dragon. What was the conclusion of the story? All you need is attention, isn't it? There won't be attention because to be attentive, you need an object to put the attention, right? It cannot be amorphous thing. So, sambandha, relation. Abhidheya, which means process. Prayojan, goal. Specific three tattvas to reach to one tattva. And we require all of them. It's not like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Gosvāmī, "See, I won't talk to you about Abhidheya, huh? Only Sambandha." Or to Rūpa Gosvāmī said, "I won't talk to you about Sambandha, only Abhidheya." No, everybody was talked about everything because we need all three. That was the question yesterday. It was asked. We need all three in different phases of our life. In fact, we have to touch them all the while, isn't it? Just like reading Bhagavatam. Along with reading Bhagavatam, we are also raising our consciousness. So next time we read Bhagavatam, we will touch Bhagavatam at a different level, isn't it? How many of us have felt that? Same sloka, same concept. Think about the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra also. First time we chanted, or after a decade we chant, or after 2 decades we chant, so on and so forth. Why? As Hanumat Preshaka Swami Maharaj says, it's a upward spiral. He calls it a spiral. So what is happening in the spiral? You are also rising in your consciousness and then you are touching the same thing in a different way, isn't it? Same thing happens with Sambandha, Abhidheya and Prayojan. Initial Sambandha is that, okay, I need Thakurji. I don't know who is he, but fine, there is somebody. So very not so clear Sambandha is established. Then somebody tells you, you should come to temple and maybe keep chanting something. So some process is there. And then it will give you shanti, peace, some goal is there. After that, what will happen? This person again will move and next it will be Jivera Swarupa Hoy Krishner Nitya Das, a thos sambandh, little bit thos. Then process, maybe I should chant this on a particular bead in the anugatya or in following in the footsteps of a particular personality, and these many rounds. More refined Abhidheya. And then Prayojan, who will do Shanti? I think Yashoda's life is better. It was no Shanti but anxiety. That anxiety is better. So see what is happening? We are refining Sambandha, refining Abhidheya, we are refining Prayojan, and it keeps on going. One can never get bored. There is an English pastor, Christian pastor, maybe some of you know about him. He is called Bishop of the Internet because he has just spread the teachings using internet like nobody else. His name is Bishop Barron, Robert Barron. And he says one line which I think we agree. We cannot read the scripture enough. What? We cannot read the scripture enough, because every time we read, we ourselves at a different level. So who knows what realization we'll get. So therefore we can also say, we cannot chant the name enough. We cannot be humble enough. It should not be there, right? Prabhu, done. I'm at the bottomless pit of the humility. No, the summary of pride has started there. If I think I'm at the bottomless pit of humility, maybe we are sitting on the peak of a Sumeru mountain of pride. We can never be humble enough. And that's why this is the glory of spiritual life, that it is ad infinitum, right? Even in spiritual life, more and more. Sambandh, Abhidheya, Prayojan, Ityadi. Lot of things keeps on going there. So we require it. We require to know about these three things, because we'll be touching them, isn't it? At every phase of our life. This is called Siddhanta, isn't it? Siddhant, which means Siddha Anta. It's the conclusion, isn't it? The conclusion of Sambandh, conclusion of Abhidheya, conclusion of Prayojan. And they need to be solid so that when crisis comes, when we are shaken, we don't get shaken, isn't it? Otherwise somebody will say, Prabhu, what's the need? I feel, so I chant, and then, I know Krishna. Sounds familiar when we go to book distribution, people talk about that. But those could be just a very, something is there, but a very amorphous sentiment. And no sooner a wave of crisis comes, or a wave of strong Vishaya, isn't it? A new FSD comes with an app, Tesla, and then we may get bowled over and forget our chanting. Although Tesla should promote chanting, right? Now FSD. But something else can happen. So think about it. We require the refinement of all these three tattvas. Otherwise it is maybe flimsy. So there was one person, he went to hear a katha, and the kathavachak had a nice beard, and kathavachak was happily speaking about Krishna's childhood pastimes, right? Like how Krishna said, Maiya mori main nahi makhan khayo, and this person is giggling. So everybody thinking, wow, he may be having nice rasa, uddipan in his heart. And then the saint said, Kabahu badegi choti Maiya, kabahu badegi choti. Krishna is saying, oh Maiya, when will my choti increase? And this fellow is giggling. The katha happens and he is still giggling. And the kathavachak is thinking, wow, this person is an elevated soul. Everybody else is also thinking elevated soul. Somebody thought that maybe we should hear from the horse's mouth. He said, why are you giggling so much? He said, I don't know. When the kathavachak giggles, his beard trembles. And I remember my goat. It also has a beard. And what a match between my goat's beard and the kathavachak's beard. What will we say? In Hindi we say, chullu bhar pani mein doob jana. English translatable, I do not know. Drown in a puddle of water. Think about it, right? There is another true story which a monk told me. A kathavachak is giving a class and he is talking about the various gopis. And it's a viraha bhav. And somebody is crying. So they thought it's a high uddipan is happening. And this fellow is crying. Somebody corners him. Why are you crying hearing the name of Radha? He said, Radha is my wife. The name of his wife is Radha. So he is crying thinking about Krishna's pastimes or something else. That's why Siddhant is important. Think about it, right? Otherwise, these are those who haven't even touched anything. But even in our life, if the refinement has not happened, maybe a blow will come and it will get shaken. So we need to do it again and again and again. And this is what, again, Acharyas repeatedly tell us. Vishwanath Chakri Thakur in his book, Raga Vartma Chandrika. In this book, he explains that the Chinni Krishna, the little Krishna, the tiny Krishna, is Mugdha, right? He is acting, as we said, Maiya, Kabahu, Badegi, Choti, Ityadi, isn't it? Or he is going to gopis and telling them, I am the best milkman. Give me all your cows. And the gopis are saying, Adho doodh matki mein giraiya, aur adho gat kaiya. O Kana, kaun duhave gaiya. Half of the milk you drink, half of the milk you get it into the matki. Who will give their cows to be milked by you? Oh, this is such mugdata, right? Innocence. But do we consider any of the innocent children in this world to be Thakurji? No, right? Why? Because along with mugdata, he has sarvagyata, which means he knows who is doing what. Sometimes we have seen that in saints' life also. They will appear very childish, childlike. Some of senior devotees in our movement. But they know what's going on between two people or three people, four people. Sounds familiar, right? Because they are aware, they can sense from the person's face, Kachu to gadbad hai. There is some issue out there. So he is mugdha as well as sarvagya. Understanding his sarvagyata is like understanding Siddhant, right? That's why we love Krishna. Because though he is sarvagya, he is forgotten about it and he acts as mugdha. And this is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. You can see in the Payar 1 and 2. Payar means the meter of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So we are the team today. Will you play? No? Yes? Shall we? सिद्धांत बोलिया चित्ते ना कर आलस सिद्धांत बोलिया चित्ते ना कर आलस इहा होते कृष्णे लागे सुदृढ़ मानस इहा होते लागे सुदृढ़ मानस keep playing. Thank you. Keep playing. Siddhanta bolia. When we talk about Siddhanta, Chitte in our heart, to understand it, don't do alash. Alash means laziness, isn't it? See, it's also there that on Janmashtami when we are dancing around and feasting around on the goranga potatoes, the rosemary dipped goranga potatoes, then at that time when we are dancing, we are immersed in the sweetness of Krishna. We are not bringing all his sarvagyata also. But we know about that. We have not forgotten about it. And iha hoite, from this what will happen? Krishne lage, in the Krishna, sudrida manas. We will never leave Krishna, isn't it? We will never leave his lotus feet because we are clear about it. Chaitanya mahima jane yei sab siddhante Chaitanya siddhante चित्त दृढ़ होया लागे महिमा ज्ञान होइते चित्त होया लागे महिमा होइते. If you'll understand this, then you will also from all these Siddhanta understand Chaitanya Mahima. Because after all, when we'll understand the Siddhanta that Radha Krishna Nahi Anya, and he's the same Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who has given us all these three topics, then what will happen? Chaitanya Mahima. And from Chaitanya Mahima, what will happen? Chitta Dhrida Hoya. That no matter what, whatever situation comes in life, I will never leave. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Of all these three, yesterday we talked about Sambandha. Sambandha is like the foundation, isn't it? We don't build anything without foundation, isn't it? Even the home we build, there must be a foundation. Jai Jai Shri Srinath Ji Bhagwan Ji ki Jai, Shri Ram Darbar Ji ki Jai, Shri Gaur Nitai Ji ki Jai, Shri Prahlad Narsimhadev Bhagwan ki Jai. So, Sambandha, we build the foundation of the home and over it we build the palace in which we live, isn't it? How can we stay when there are no proper foundation? Almost all of us who have studied engineering or maybe even do cooking and things like that, there's something called theory, another is called practice. Practice without theory can have gulab jamun turned into something else also. And only theory, no practice, we call it khayali pulav. The pulav of the dreams, isn't it? It's only in the khayal or the dream. In fact, that's happening today with AI, artificial intelligence. Not many people know what's happening in the box of AI, correct? 6 or 8 years ago, when we were doing active research, our task was to figure out the mathematics behind it. Nowadays, the mathematics people are breaking their head. The advancement is so much happening, people do not know how does this machine work. So what's happening? Practice is foolproof or much, much advanced. People don't know what's happening inside the box, and therefore it is creating much also anxiety, isn't it? So we talked about the Siddhant yesterday, which is like the theory of the practice. But if the practice is not there, what will Sambandha do? See, if just I know that I should chant but not chant, what will it do? One can do lot of scholarship and figure out what verse means what, and can 14 different meanings of a word and things like that, and Anvaya and Vichhed and ityadi ityadi, but in the end doesn't know what is the meaning of Hari Bol, or we should do Hari Bol, we should chant, then dhikkar, dhik scholarship, isn't it? Think about it. That's what happened with Brahmana Patnis, right? And the Brahmanas, Krishna friends came, they didn't recognize him, but the Yagya Patnis, they recognize it, isn't it? We were talking about in Dallas, some of the old ladies in Vrindavan are sitting and they are winnowing the rice, the husk from the rice. You know, olden days where you would do like that in a thali. So 3 ladies, that's a true story. Our elders have told. So they are all winnowing, and after a little while, one starts crying. She says, "Why did Kekai do what she did?" How is this winnowing and rice linked with Kekai? She starts to break down and say, Kekai shouldn't have done it. Ram is so nice. Now they were all, as we say in Hindi, angutha chap, which means for the signature you can only do imprint of the angutha. But better is that angutha chap. We want what's going in their heart, better than what other things. So think about it. Other situations in life also we do that. We research about writing except writing. We research about cooking except cooking. Nobody, however, does research about eating except eating. We eat, research, as we say in Hindi, side mein. Research is on the side, let's eat. But think about it, many things we can research but not do. Again, a true story. A person was lying on the bed in a very, situation, he couldn't get up and use restroom and things like that. So painful situation. But he was always doing something. What? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. A Pandit comes and he says, "What are you doing?" He said, "Chanting." "Acha, are you facing the east direction?" "No." "Oh, big problem." "Are you sitting on the kusha grass?" I may be putting my own masala, but the scenario is there. I don't know what all arguments from which dharma granth and other granth that person was saying. "Are you lying down on the kusha grass?" "No." "Big problem. How can you chant like that?" "Have you taken bath?" I said, "How can I take bath, Baba? I have no control." He's asking so many questions. Finally, this person got fed up and said, "Do you chant?" I said, No, chanting I don't know. Get out. Think about it, right? So many reasons about when to chant, not to chant, how to chant, except chant. So what is the first sutra for chanting? Just chant. Quality will come later. Think about it, right? Oftentimes we also get hung up in that. Same thing is for reading also. Many times people read the book, get stuck in that second canto, right? When it comes Vishwa Rūpa and then all the tan matras and things like that, people get stuck. After that, they forgot that they have read till second canto. They go back again to the first canto. So it's the cycle. Beginning to second canto, beginning to second canto. And then in the end, they say, "Kachu samajh mein hi nahi aa raha hai. I am not able to understand anything." Acharyas tell her, just go on reading. The Granth will do the kripa and will enter into your head. Not only research or talk or discuss about reading, but read. So here, pramad is what is attacked here. Laziness must not be there. We know this in Sanskrit, right? Udyamena hi siddhyanti karyani na manorathaihi. You know manorath? Khayali pulav. Manorath, the chariot of the mind. Na manorathai. Udyamena. Udyam. Nahi suptasya singasya pravishanti mukhe mrigaha. Nahi suptasya manushyasya pravishanti mukhe modakaha. Perfect. मैं पिज्जा सोच रहा था. Isn't it? There people will not, isn't it? So, pramad has to be avoided, and Mahabharat, Sanat Sujatiya Samvad, it is said, pramado vai aham mrityum bravimi. They say that pramad is equal to death. Why? Because that particular moment was a teachable moment and something magic would have happened, but we wasted it, right? Especially this is true about Sambandh leading to Abhidheya. Abhidheya is the process. So if Sambandh doesn't lead to Abhidheya, Sambandh had lost its cause, isn't it? So what does Chaitanya Charitamrita say? Veda Shastre ko he Sambandh Abhidheya Prayojan. Veda Shastre he Sambandh Abhidheya Prayojan. Krishna prapya sambandha bhakti praptera sadhana. Krishna prapya sambandha bhakti praptera sadhana. The Abhidheya is bhakti. Okay. So, bhakti is Abhidheya. In fact, our Sambandha dictates what should be Abhidheya, right? What is Sambandha? Relation with Thakurji. So what should be Abhidheya? Manifesting that relation, isn't it? The process, and that is Bhakti Yoga. But it's not the Bhakti of the Advaitins or the Kevala Advaitvadis who will say Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, or Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, to finally merge into Brahman. No, because merging is not desirable. Why? Because we want Prem Seva, isn't it? Some service should be there. Otherwise, this is like utilizing the bhakti. Is it done? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, Abhidheya means practice. Sambandh was the relation or the theory. Abhidheya means we apply that. And to how to apply, we have to take shelter of Rūpa Gosvāmī. Sanatan Gosvāmī was the Sambandha Acharya. Acharya means what? Teacher. Ya acharati. Achinoti evam. Achinoti means who selects what to use from the scriptures, right? From his intelligence. Achinoti, acharati, acharayati. It tells others to practice also. He selects, he practices, he makes others to practice also. That's Acharya. And for the Abhidheya, it is Sri Rūpa Gosvāmī, isn't it? And to understand that, we have to go 500 years ago from ISKCON Towaco to all the way to Dashashvamedha Ghat. This ghat is where? Anybody know about it? Kashi? Really? It was in the erstwhile Allahabad. But now it is called Prayagaraj. Just like there is a place in the Chaurasi Mandal called Aligarh. Now some people may say this Ali is Haji Ali, other Ali. But Brajvasi say no, it's a different Ali. Ali means Sakhi. So it's a Sakhigarh. It's in Brajvasi, people speak about Braj Bhasha there. So, Prayagraj, we go there, and Rūpa and Anupam. Rūpa Gosvāmī and his brother Sri Vallabh. Rūpa Gosvāmī's other name was, some say Santosh, some say Amar, let's Amar. And Sri Vallabh's earlier name was Anupam. They both are sitting in front of whom? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they have escaped. Remember yesterday we talked about Rūpa Gosvāmī escaped, he wrote a letter, and Sanatana Gosvāmī escaped later. And Rūpa Gosvāmī was thinking maybe he'll meet. He has sent people to Jagannath Puri to find out whether Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would depart from Puri to go to Vrindavan. So he will meet in the middle. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took a different route, already went to Vrindavan in the Kartik of 1515 AD. Are you all with me? 1515 AD. He stayed for few months, they say 2 months, and then he is coming back and reached Prayagraj. Rūpa Gosvāmī meets him there. There is one more personality also. This personality really loved Srinathji. Who was this personality? Vallabhadhish ki jai. Vallabhacharya. Vallabhacharya also was there. Vallabh Bhatt. He would stay on the other side in Adel Gram, isn't it? And at that time they said his 2 kids were young, Gopinath and Vithalanath. And in this time he invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to visit his home. We have this interesting pastime. In fact, after taking prasadam, when they are coming in the boat, they are terrified if Mahaprabhu should not go into ecstasy because the boat will capsize. Along with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Vallabhacharya invites whom? Rūpa and Anupam also. Sri Vallabh and Rūpa Gosvāmī. See, we have different sampradayas. We will travel in our boat only, right? We can't have legs in one boat and another boat. Because what will happen? We know. Beach mein, isn't it? However, shouldn't we build bridges? Because if we build bridges, we'll become Brijvasis. Correct? We build bridges, we become Brijvasi. If we destroy bridges, we become what? Brijnashis. So think about what we want to become. It's a globalized world. We need each other's support and help, isn't it? And these are all special personalities. In Chaitanya Bhagavat it is written, if 2 pure devotees are having khitpit khatpat between them, don't take sides. Because these are special personalities. Long time back, a saint came from Madras. He went and he got an amazing dream. He told to some other saint, and that was gotten recorded in one Hindi publication in North India. The dream was really crazy. In the dream, he says that there is a big viman or a spaceship. Inside the spaceship, he is entering and seeing asanas like this, but nobody is sitting. And there are few people manning it, like arranging, okay, who will come, who is going to come. And no sooner he enters the viman, he sees Madhvacharya entering, Shankaracharya entering, everybody is entering, and they are having nice gappe between each other. Now, gappe is gossip or majak. Just talking, conversation, light banter. And he got like little bit heart palpitation. He said, Baba, on the earth they fight between each other like cats and dogs. Shankaracharya will say, Keval Advait. And Madhvacharya, his signal is like this, 2. Have you seen his picture? It's like this. For him, it is Dvait. Everything is 2. There are 5 differences. So they are fighting here. Here they are having nice prasadam between each other. So the person who was organizing, he is saying, see, for different shlok for different folk. These are all teamed together. But they have to come down and give different lines or genealogy because different people will have different inclinations, right? All are unique. So somebody would like Vallabha Sampradaya, somebody would have come into Gaudiya Sampradaya, somebody go to Ramanuj Sampradaya. So why destroy bridges? This spaceship is a Brijvasi ship because we are building the bridges. This is a true dream. And I really like that dream because perhaps this is the case. We worship Shivji in Vrindavan as Gopeshwar Mahadev. We say, Kripa karo, Braj mein diyo nivas. Oh Gopeshwar Mahadev, give us Brajvas. But same Gopeshwar Mahadev, Shivji came as Shripad Shankaracharya. Think about it. So, here Rūpa and Anupam are visiting Vallabhacharya. And then what happens? When they are visiting the Vallabhacharya, Vallabhacharya is noticing something in them. An utter humility, isn't it? Before they could go to the home of Vallabhacharya, Mahaprabhu notices that they too have come because Mahaprabhu had earlier met them in an area. You know which area? Ramakeli, right? And he had marked them. He had initiated them there, isn't it? So Mahaprabhu says, is it up there now? Thank you, Prabhu. It's like Girrajji. Up there, yeah. कृष्णेर करुणा किछु न जाए वर्णने कृष्णेर करुणा किछु न जाए वर्णने विषय कूप होते काडिला तोम दुई जने विषय कूप दुई जने अरे look at the Krishna's karuna to you both people. Who can describe Varnana? Who can describe this? Kichuna Jaya Varnana. I cannot describe it because you were in Vishaya Koop, a dark well. It was really dark, Hussain Shah. He was milking them, right? They didn't want to serve, but he was just engaging them in service so that Hindus could be subdued. Kadila have been taken out. Toma Dui Jane, taken out both of them. Now, who knows who took them out? Who took them out? It's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only. But he is Channa Avatar, he is playing like as though he doesn't know, isn't it? And then he says something to them, he gives them instruction. Rūpa Gosvāmī is getting the instruction. Chaitanya Charitamrita, the first verse of this 19th chapter, remember last time it has 20th chapter which discussed about Sanatan Goswami Sambandha Siksha. Today it's Abhidheya Siksha, which is 19th chapter. Can you all see it? Shloka number 1. Vrindavaniyam rasakeli vartam Vrindavaniyam rasakeli vartam Kalena luptam nija shakti mutkaha Sancharya रूपे व्यतनोत पुनः सस प्रभुर्विधौ प्रागिव लोक सृष्टिं लोक सृष्टिं प्रभु ठाकुर जी स प्रभु विधौ विधि हु इज विधि का विधान वी से Who is this Vidhi? Mayor? Who is Vidhi? Are Brahma ji. So Prabhu gave into Vidhi something like to create the loka, to create it. Now different kind of creation was required because Vrindavan, this is 16th century, 15th century. Lot of damages have been happened. 5,000 years ago when Krishna disappeared, everything disappeared. Then Vajranab came and he created Bhaum Vrindavan 1.0. Remember last year we discussed about all of this. He created, because only Girrajji, Brajraj, Aubilau, you know Aubilau, those are the Yashoda Maiya's makeshift demons to scare away Krishna. And the different Chaurasi Khamba and like that. These places were left. Joining these places, an entire Vrindavan was created and deities were carved. How were the deities carved? Did they use, which masala they use? Cement? Sandstone? Metal? Wood? Then what? Girrajji. We have not thoroughly researched it, but have seen references here and there, and Goswamis have told, just think about it, which stone you should use to carve the deities. Perhaps Girrajji. And these deities were carved there. Some deities, of course, were self-manifest, so maybe they appeared later. But again, Vrindavan got hidden. Especially latest 15th century, it was Lodhi dynasty. And look at the tragic thing, we have Lodhi gardens in Delhi. Same Lodhis who just destroyed Vrindavan. So now a different Srishti was needed. Vrindavaniyam rasa keli vartam. All these keli varta about pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan were lost. Kalena lupta. Now they were needed to be excavated, right? So some generals are needed to excavate. Who were sent? Rūpa and Sanatan. But before the excavation, the leader must show by example, correct? Who is the leader? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he did little bit chota mota excavation before only. What did he excavate? Radha Kund and Sham Kund. And people thought, Babaji bora gayo. Babaji has become little crazy because Mahaprabhu was dancing in a puddle. It was little water and more mud. And he's applying on his body and everything. And people thought, what happened? Then he showed them this is Radha Kund and Sham Kund. But Pukur, who will come there? Prabhupada would also say, right, that I can stay under a tree, but who will come to meet me in the tree? Think about it, right? So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did the excavation, and then he sent whom? Rūpa Gosvāmī and Sanatan Gosvāmī. Now he is meeting in Dashashwamedha Ghat, Rūp and his brother. And Vallabhacharya has come to invite him. So what happens in Vallabhacharya's home? Song number 1. Are you all with me so far? Yes. Is the temperature okay? Yes. Should we on it? I can cover my head. Okay? All right. Anyway, imagine we are in Vrindavan. Today is Hariyali Teej. Rain is there, heat is there. And it's a hot and humid. That's what our mother was telling. But it is Hariyali Teej. All right. भट्ट मिली बारे जाए दूहे पलाए दूरे भट्ट बारे जाए दू अस्पर्श्य पामर मुई नाचुनी हमोरे. Thank you. What's your name? Dhruva. Thank you so much. Keep playing though. So, what he is talking about, as soon as they saw Vallabhacharya, who saw? Rūpa Gosvāmī and his brother Anupam, who is the father of Jiva Gosvāmī. So, as soon as they saw, from far away only, they bowed down. You can also play if you want. Okay, that's fine. You can do a cappella also. No, I'm kidding. So, from distance only, Anupam and Roop bowed down. Saying what? Arey, don't touch us. We are asprishya. We are untouchable. We are palmer. They have this humility, right? And Vallabhacharya is astonished. Mahaprabhu also added like, they think they are like that only. Mahaprabhu is checking them, testing them. The Guru tests, right? They are like them only. Don't go near them. But Vallabhacharya can figure it out, isn't it? One who knows can understand one who. They say, right? So he says what? Dohar mukhe nirantar Krishna naam suni. Dohar mukhe Krishna naam suni. Bhatta koi prabhur kichu ingit bhangi jani. Bhatta koi kichu ingit bhangi. Mahaprabhu was doing no, don't go near them. But Vallabhacharya understood it. These people are always chanting. It's hard to always chant, isn't it? See, we have an attentive chanting which we do in the morning, correct? As far as possible, because different people may have different situations. The mothers have to do the kasrat in the mornings and this, prepare lot of things. But as far as possible, at a particular time, as much as possible without less window shopping, we do attentive chanting, window shopping. And we can decide some rounds to do. But then throughout the day, when we have done those number of rounds, who is stopping us to chant? Think about it, right? Can we chant now? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. We can do that. Our lips can move or our minds can move, isn't it? So many other things can move. Why shouldn't the mind move? Why shouldn't the lips move? Some saint would say in Hindi, अरे इस जिह्वा ने क्या दोष किया है कि उसको तुम चला नहीं रहे हो? What crime has this tongue done that you are not moving it? Think about it. So Vallabhacharya is saying that Rūpa Gosvāmī is always chanting. They cannot be ordinary people. They cannot be ordinary people. And indeed he was not ordinary. Therefore Mahaprabhu gave everything which he had. Should we all just move a little bit forward so that devotee? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Tattva Bhakti Tattva Rasa Tattva Pranta. Krishna Tattva रस्व तत्व प्रांत सबे शिखाइल प्रभु भागवत सिद्धांत सर्वे भागवत. Vallabhacharya found that he is not ordinary because somebody who can keep chanting, not ordinary, isn't it? First of all, it needs extreme humility, isn't it? And it was amazing. So even before talking about what should one do in bhakti, Mahaprabhu through Rūpa Gosvāmī is telling about one cardinal principle which yesterday also Sanatan Goswami taught us. That's called, remember that song? Lahana parna dega deva. Give me the smallness of the smallness, humility. So even before one enters into the Abhidheya, humility is even required here. And second, satatat nam smaran. Always establishing our relationship with Nam. No limb of bhakti is possible without Nam. And we do Nam, and if we don't do other things, it's fine. During Prabhupada's sannyas ceremony, they were doing mantras, but there was one Prabhupada god brother and he was chanting and they were increasing the volume of the mantras. Prabhupada would tell him, increase the volume of the Nam. You know who was he? Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. And every time anybody would meet him, he would just say, Hare Krishna. People thought he only knew 2 words. But he could speak fluent English. But what was the need of the English? If one Ji Maharaj, they said to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in the mutt, he doesn't do any other seva. He keeps chanting. Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj said, we'll put out an ad in the newspaper. Come 24-hour chant. We'll pay you lodging and prasadam free. There were no applications. This is a true story in Bhakti Siddhanta Vaibhav. It's hard. So here Rūpa Gosvāmī could do it. And in fact, he liked it so much that he wrote this verse in his Vidagdha Madhav. Shloka number 2. Tunde tandavani ratim vitanute tundavali labdhaye. Tunde tandavani ratim vitanute tundavali labdhaye. Again. Tunde tandavini ratim vitanute tunda labdhaye. He is saying that when tunde in the mouth, Harinam dances, tandavini. Tandav, moms are familiar, in the kitchen happens. Tandav, right? I know our moms. This thing happening, don't mess with them when they are in the kitchen, right? Tandavam, ratim vitanute. What does rati means? Love, right? When doing the tandav, it releases the love. He says, Tundavali labdhaye. I want many, many mouths. Think about that. Then, Karna kroda kadambini ghatayate karnarbudebhya spriham. Karna kroda kadambini ghatayate karnarbudebhya spriham. When it comes and blocks my ears with its word syllables, I desire koti ears. Sometimes it happens with us. You know, one fine day when we are in such kirtan, we want, let me drink, let me sip more and more, isn't it? So that's that feeling multiplied. Then, Chetah prangana sangini vijayate sarvendriyanam kritim. Chetah prangana sangini vijayate sarvendriyanam kritim. And when it Cheta, heart, it comes. Prangana means a courtyard. And it comes in the courtyard and it has conquered the courtyard. What happens? All the indriyas are conquered, isn't it? That's why Nam Sankirtan is powerful. Brihad Bhagavatamrit, the end message is only Nam Sankirta Parayanaha. Sankirtan means, Sang means Bahubhir Militva, but it also means well done. Sankirtan means Kirtan which is well done, and it can be done alone also. Brihad Bhagavatamrit explains about the Guru of Gopakumar would do alone Kirtan, right? So together or with individually, well done. Now he says the clincher line. No jane janita kiyadbhiramritaihi krishneti varnadvai. No jane janita kiyadbhiramritaihi krishneti varnadvai. Are, I do not know how much amrit kiyadbhi amritaihi is there in these two syllables. What two syllables? Krishna. Krishna. And Brajvasis would say Radha. So everything they will say, if you have to scream at somebody, what will you say? Radhe Radhe. And if you have to stop somebody, Jai Shri Radhe. Somebody was dropping us near ISKCON Goshala and he was saying thank you to us while pushing us in the auto rickshaw, and the auto rickshaw just snapped him. What is this thank you? Radhe Radhe bolo. Think about it, attachment to it, those two words, Krishna. So he is fit to do it. Rūpa Gosvāmī comes to Vrindavan after meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? And he does. What he does is explained by the next generation Kavi, right? Kavi Karnapur, we know about him. He has written Chaitanya Chandrodaya Natak, the drama of the Chaitanya Chandra. And in that he explains, Kale na vrindavan ke livarta, Kale na vrindavan ke livarta, lupte titam kya paitum vishishya, lupte paitum vishishya. Kripamritena vishishe cha devas, Kripamritena cha devas, tatraiva rūpam cha sanatanam cha, tatrai. Keep playing. Same thing, Vrindavan Kelivarta had gotten lost. They came through their kripa, isn't it? We are eating their uchishta, right? How many people I've asked, what kicks you in Krishna consciousness? Many people have said, 6 Gosvamis. Many people say, I can never hear enough about 6 Gosvamis. Something magical, right? And here is Rūpa Gosvāmī, who is so much dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is said he almost became like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Priya Swarupe, Daita Swarupe, Priya Swarupe, Prema Swarupe, Sahajabhirupe, Prema Swarupe, Sahajabhirupe, Nijanurupe, Prabhure Karupe, Nijanurupe, Tatanarupe, Swavilasarupe, Tatanarupe, Swavilasarupe. We can call this Rupe verse. Everything is Rupe here. Whoa, who is Rupe? Rupe is Saptami here, which means unto Rūpa Gosvāmī. Who is this Rūpa Gosvāmī? Priya Swarupe. He is Priya, dear to Swarup Damodar Gosvāmī. First. Then Daita Swarupe, to his Vallabha. Daita is Vallabh, right? We use our, in English we say to our spouses, right? Honey, hubby, things like that. We can say Daita or Vallabha. So Daita means the most dear one. Swarupe. And then Prema Swarupe. I mean, he is just scratch anything in Rūpa Gosvāmī, only love gonna come out. And then Sahajabhirupe. It is said he was very, very beautiful. Rūpa Gosvāmī was extremely beautiful. Sahajabhirupe. Sahaj means very natural, nasargic beauty. Didn't require anything. Of course, he won't do anything, right? Only tattered clothes. Kopi kanthashritau, isn't it? Still beauty. Then Nijanurupe, Prabhur Ekarupe, Prabhu. This Prabhu, Nijanurupe, are he became like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only. Ekarupe, there could be only one Rūpa Gosvāmī. And that is Rupe, Rūpa Gosvāmī. Tatana, Tatan means he gave. Swavilasa Rūpe, all the pastimes which now Rūpa Gosvāmī will not only write down, but he will show. And that's where Abhidheya becomes really powerful. Walking the talk. Not only kahani or kathani, but rahani. Kathani means kathani. Rahani means living, isn't it? And Rūpa Gosvāmī showed that. That's why he was very powerful, isn't it? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will send people to Vrindavan, and when they'll come to Vrindavan, from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri, he'll ask them, what is Rūpa Gosvāmī doing? How does it live? Even Mahaprabhu, who is Bhagwan himself, is interested. And this is something we know in life, right? Kathani and Rahani, living and talking, must come closer to each other. That's what we want, right? Isn't it? Otherwise, as we have been talking about, it can lead to what we say, celebrity devotion, isn't it? Which means, well, just try out, stay for 1-2 years in Krishna consciousness, you'll find at least one person coming to you and telling, Prabhuji, Mataji, aap to Shuddh Bhakt hain, you are the pure devotee. Problem is, we may think that we are. And even in material science, we have the 10,000 hour rule. Correct? You do anything, we'll become perfect in that. Yeah, we can just become very better in that. And then what may happen, what we may speak and what we may do may have a gulf of difference. So what to do? The external is like that, internal is like that. Honesty is burst this bubble, go for a sabbatical, continue working to match them, or take shelter, take guidance from somebody. But what if we want to keep this still? How will we pump this? We'll pump this with lies, right? With posts, with anything. Think about that. The social media is full of that, isn't it? Who posts on social media? For last week I had been miserable. Anybody post like that? No, right? Only the best things get posted. Think about that, right? So here Rūpa Gosvāmī, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking, how is he acting? So they will tell him, how is he acting? Karunya matra hote kantha chida bahirvas. Karunya matra hate kantha chida bahirvas. Krishna katha Krishna naam nartan ullas. Krishna katha Krishna naam nartan. Keep playing. He's saying Karunya matra hate. In the hand there is only karua. You know karua? That's like a pot. And if you have to see a modern day sannyasi, just talk with His Holiness Hanumat Preshaka Swami Maharaj. Morning you go to Houston temple and he'll be like, Samsar dava nalali dhaloka. Into complete different ecstasy. And people say he eats in that particular pot only. Whatever gets filled up in that. Karan matra hatha and Kantha China Bahirvas. So Kantha is that, this thing which we wear, Uttariya. You put it inside in your neck because it can serve many purposes, right? You can wipe it also. You can put it Bahirvas. If sun is there, you can put it on your head. Multi-purpose, right? So Bahirvas and Kantha. Bahirvas is the lower garment and Kantha. But what was they having, which is the value? Krishna Katha, Krishna Naam, and Nartana Ullas. As we say in Hindi, right? Aao to welcome, nahi aao to bheed kam. So which means, yeah, that is the thing. Which means the saint is always happy, right? Inner with the Thakurji. Man Singh came to meet and the Jai Singh Kachwas came to meet Rūpa Gosvāmī. Aao to welcome. If they didn't come, theek hai, nahi to bheed kam. Just think about it. Nartana Ullas. Ashta Prahar Krishna Bhajan Chari Danda Shayane. Ashta Prahar Chari Danda Nama Sankirtane Seha Nahe Kon Dine. Ashta Prahar Krishna Bhajana Chari Danda. I think Danda perhaps means half an hour, around half an hour. So 2 hours sleep, close to that, 3 hours sleep, isn't it? Sometimes we also sleep 3 hours. thanks to AI revolution. But here it's something different. Why? Because Nama Sankirtan. Kabhu bhakti rasa shastra karo ye likhana. Kabhu bhakti shastra karo ye likhana. Chaitanya katha sune kore chaitan chintana. Chaitanya katha sune kore. Here is a person who is just walking the talk, isn't it? They were explaining about what is Rūpa Gosvāmī doing in Vrindavan. Sometimes he is writing, sometimes he is hearing Chaitanya Katha, because the Bengalis are coming from Mayapur and to Jagannath Puri, and he is always thinking about Chaitanya. His life is an example to all of us. If we can't do anything, let's not destroy somebody else's faith. Shraddha, right? Even sometimes on the gun of Siddhant, right? This is the Siddhant, but somebody else, maybe like those ladies, right? Why did Kekai do? Isn't it? We want that love, what they are going through. So, here is Rūpa Gosvāmī. And not only we have written about it, even Braj Bhasha also, lot is written about Rūpa Gosvāmī. How they would live. So, are you all with me so far? Samsar swad sukh baat jo दुहु रूप सनातन तजी दियो संसार स्वाद सुख बात जो दुहु रूप सनातन तजी दियो. What is baat? Talks. Baat is talk. Some say bamboo. Baat is bamboo. Baas. So, samsara swad sukh, the happiness, the taste of the world, they left it like baas? Doesn't make sense. Huh? Making? No. Baat means vaman or vomit. It's a strong word used here in Braj Bhasha, right? Because once who does the vomit, we don't look at back, right? They left the samsar swad sukh like that. Baat jo. Bhagavatam also uses this word again. Sometimes our scriptures use strong word, right? Jor ka jhatka aur jor se lage. How do you translate that in English? Okay. Give you a let's leave it. Non-translatable. It means high impact. So that it gets stuck with us, we will not forget it, right? Like, anyway. So here, they have left it like that, but they were great people. How great they were? Gauda desh Bangal hute sabhi adhikari. Gauda desh Bangal hute sabhi. They were adhikari in Gauda desh Bengal. Hay gaya bhavan bhandar. विभव भूभुज अनुहारी हय गय भवन भंडार विभव भूभुज अनु. What is hay? घोड़ा. What is गए? गाड़ी. नहीं, हाथी. हय गए. And bhavan, palace. Bhandar, oh, everything was there. And bhub, Vibhav, all the Vaibhav. Bhubuj means the kings were do pranam, pranam, pranam. These won't walk alone, right? When Roop Sanatan would walk, aage, piche, around everybody would be people would walking. Are see in the world only, if a good neurosurgeon walks, right? He doesn't walk alone. If a good doctor walks, people are around, right? Making notes. People are shadowing him, right? Lawyers, they don't walk alone. So, here, were they walking alone? No, people were following them. Then, Yah sukh anit vichari bas brindavan kino. Yah sukh anit vichari bas brindavan. This is all anitya. Go to Vrindavan. Vrindavan bas. Yatha labh santosh kunj karva man dino. Yatha labh santosh kunj karva. Yatha labh, whatever will come of its own accord, santosh. Santosh, happy in that. And kunj karva man dino, their mind was in place where they stay, kunj, Govindev is coming, and Karua is again that pot. But they did something for all of us. What? ब्रज भूमि रहस्य राधा कृष्ण भक्त तोष उद्धार कियो. ब्रज भूमि रहस्य राधा कृष्ण तोष. Tosh means they were santosh and they want us to be santosh. Tosh, which means satisfied. So for our satisfaction, they excavated Brajbhumi. Isn't it? 10 days Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talked to Rūpa Gosvāmī. For his Bade Bhaiya, he talked for 2 months. Yesterday we spoke about it. For him, 10 days. And Mahaprabhu is saying, my dear Rūpa, please listen to me. It is not possible to describe Abhidheya devotional service in full details. Therefore, I am just trying to give you a synopsis. Baba's synopsis was so much, we are struggling even to read Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Now hope is that BBT is coming out with a 5-volume book, isn't it, on Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. And Prabhupada knew that this book is so important, so he got that into nectar of devotion, and then there is waves of devotion on it also. So, Rūpa Gosvāmī now is in Vrindavan. He is remembering the instructions which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave, because he is giving to us now. He will give us the Abhidheya, the process of bhakti. What did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tell him? ब्रह्मांड भ्रमिते कौन भगवान जीव. ब्रह्मांड भ्रमिते कौन भगवान जीव. गुरु कृष्ण प्रसाद पाए भक्ति लता बीज. We know this verse, right? So Mahaprabhu is explaining, slow. Mahaprabhu is explaining that this is like watering a seed, isn't it? Seed of bhakti, it will grow. So you all have to become Mali. What does Mali mean? Gardener. We'll sing together. Mali hoye kare sei bij aropan. Shavana kirtana jale kora aise chan. Upajiya bade lata brahman bhedi jaye. Viraja brahma lok bhedi paravyoma pa. If you'll do, then this beej will grow into lata. It will crack open the entire Brahmand, pass through Vaikunt and go to Golok, right? Bade lata Brahmand bedi jai. Viraja Brahm tabe jai tadupari Golok Vrindavana. Tabe jai Golok Vrindavana. Krishna charan kalpa vrikhe kare arohana. This lata will go and turn around Krishna's lotus feet, which is like kalpa vriksha, isn't it? Taha vistarita hoy phale prema phala. Therefore, iha mali seche nitya shavanadi jala. Shavanadi, Shavan Kirtan. In ISV, ISKCON Silicon Valley, we call it Skrabanam Mopanam. Shavanam Kirtanam, Skrabanam Mopanam, isn't it? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talks to him about lot of Abhidheya, Ras Vichar, how we'll come to that, about different rasas. And done, Rūpa Gosvāmī goes to Vrindavan, and he creates out a feast for all of us. A feast of Abhidheya, in which you don't have only 1 item, 2 item, 3 item, but 5, 6 items. Lord, big feast. You are interested in feasting over that feast? Looks like nobody is hungry. Yes, Haribol. The first item he gave was Bhakti Dham. What? Bhakti Dham. Well, the process is Bhakti and it has several items. First is Bhakti Dham. Are he revealed, isn't it? Govindev, otherwise who would have revealed? Correct? Govindev in fact came to him. And then he installed in around 1535. Only later Raja Man Singh came and he stood in front of Govind Dev, isn't it? In fact, what happened to him, Rūpa Gosvāmī had already predicted in his Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. He says, Shloka number 5, are you all with me? Yes. We will be celebrating Hariyali Teej today, but it will come. Smeram bhangi traya parichitam sachi vistina drishtim. Smeram bhangi traya parichitam sachi vistina drishtim. There is some guy who is Smeram, is smiling, and then Bhangi Traya, Tribhanga form, he is standing, and Sachi Vistirna Drishtim. Sachi means Chitvan. From sidelong he is looking. He never looks, Krishna doesn't look like that, only in DT form. But some devotees go on the side and look. Sachi Vistirna Drishtim. And what is he holding? Vamshi Nyasta Dhara Kishalayam Ujvalam Chandra Kena. Vamshi Nyasta Dhara Kishalayam Ujvalam Chandra Nyasta Dharan. Put the Vamsi on the Adhar, which is like petals. And Ujvalam Chandrakena, everything is bright there. And the Chandra, Ujval, Chandrakena, which he is wearing. What is his name? Govindakhyam Haritanumitaha Keshi Tirthopakanthe. Govinda Tanumitaha Keshi Tirthopakanthe. Majjao, don't go there. There is this fellow standing there. What will happen to you? Ma prekshishthas tavayadi sakhe bandhu sange stiranga. Ma prekshishthas tavayadi sakhe bandhu sange stiranga. Hey sakhe, if you want party. Ranga means party. In the association of Bandhu Sangha, if in with your friends and things like that, you want party to go on, don't go there, because if you see this Govinda, khatam, finish. Now this is Vyaj Stuti. This is Stuti by telling not to go there. Raja Man Singh, it happened. He came in 1576 to Vrindavan. Man Singh was friend of Akbar. Akbar was thinking he is moving around Man Singh, but Akbar doesn't know that some other guy is moving both of them. Who is he? Govind. He is the mason and the matter, isn't it? So Man Singh comes to Vrindavan, looks at Govind Dev and he says, I will defeat Maharana Pratap in Haldi Ghati battle. If I defeat him, I'll make a new temple to you. So now these two Rajputs are fighting between each other. Perhaps Akbar is thinking that one thorn from another thorn. But in the end, who is picking both the thorns? Govindji. So Maharana Pratap was not fully defeated. Some say he escaped, isn't it? And he was in hideout. But he was removed. And Man Singh comes along with other people. They build this magnificent temple which lasted, the building process lasted for 14 years. In 1590 it was consecrated and it became the great Govindji temple, isn't it? This was the highlight of Vrindavan at that time. Now you may say, but Prabhu, those times were good. Now we see Belgian waffles in Vrindavan. Yes, that's a fact. Belgian waffles are there. And Domino's Pizzas is there. And there is a big billboard saying, Kohler toilet fittings. What are their purpose in Vrindavan? It becomes hard to meditate on that Vrindavan, and some may say that Vrindavan is not the original Vrindavan. Galat. It is. There is a Chowpatty, that Prem Mandir Ilaka, some of us call New York of Vrindavan. Because people are just always there, and big halogen lights and things like that. Some time back, that stop is not there anymore. We were searching for it. It used to be called Chaat Ka Chaska. And it had a menu item called B-Tech Chaat. No, I'm not kidding. It was. But these are extras, right? Yes, extras come, Kaliyug is there. But that land, that Thos land, which you can touch, is 108 karat gold. It's as golden as Golok Vrindavan. I am not saying it. Sanatan Goswami is saying through the words of Gopakumar, Shloka number 6, Tat kadachid itastatra, tat kadachid itastatra, tat kadachid itastatra. है ऊपर? itastatra kadapi vidadhe sthitim, kadapi vidadhe sthitim. Keep playing. Gopa Kumar is telling his autobiography to the Mathura Brahman in the second canto Brihad Bhagavatamrit. After everything is done, right? This Mathura Brahman will ask him, where do you stay? Upar ya niche? You go to Golok Vrindavan or Gokul Vrindavan, correct? At this time, there is not even Gokul Vrindavan, right? Because Gokul Vrindavan was there when Krishna was there. Now Krishna has left, right? Wound of his pastimes. So he says what? Are, I stay both. I don't know whether there is a difference between any of them. Sometimes there, sometimes here. Tat kadachit itaha, here or tatra. And both sthiti is there. Bhedam no palabhe kanche, bhedam no palabhe kanche, padayor adhunateyo, padayor adhunaytayo. I don't see any bhed. I don't see any bhed. And that's a fact. If we get that drishti through Shravan and Kirtan and the blessings of our gurus, actually that place, it may have extras, it may make the life miserable also sometime, but that dharti pratap is there. And we like to think in that way, just like a mom tolerates the beatings of her child sometimes on her chest, the dharti, Radharani, the bhumi there is tolerating all the crazy things we do there. See, in Purushottam month, 63 million people came to Vrindavan. 63 million. What's the population of New Jersey? 20 million? Add New York, 40 million? Add Pennsylvania, maybe, what not. More than that. And then imagine so many people will come. Vrindavan is not prepared. It has open sewage, right? Plus, everybody is saying that Purushottam Maas is there. Let's do some extra punya. Saints tell us extra punya every day should be Purushottam Math and Kartik month. We do it in Purushottam indeed. But if something has to be changed, why not tomorrow? So people will come and do daan and puri sabji and tasmai and the kheer and the gulab jamun. That is all fine because they go in the stomach. What about the plates? What about the glasses? What about the plastic? 63 million people coming. Things will be... So these are the extras, but that does not remove the power of that place. So we do whatever we do to be ecologically sustainable in Vrindavan, correct? All of us when we go there. Yet at the same time we have to hold this fuzzy logic in our head that even though we see something, we'll do our best to clear it, still that place is golden. Hence there is no proxy for Vrindavan. Some of us may not be able to go 12 months a year, at least sometime we can go. And then bring that rasa and come back here and create our own Vrindavan. And that's what our acharyas do, isn't it? Every Kartik month, so many Maharajas also go to Vrindavan. They go to Govardhan. Govardhan is still sort of untouched. But even now, a lot of things are happening. There is a place called Radha Golf. Heard about it? It's a community called Radha Golf. So who knows which all communities will come. Nowadays, there is a famous tagline in Vrindavan. They will depict a apartment complex, tell them it is, in so and so crores, you can buy it, and the tagline will be, Aao banaye Brajvasi. Aao banaye aapko Brajvasi. Let us make you a Brajvasi. Quite a nice tagline, Hank, building on the emotions of the people, right? But Brajvasi would be one who could feel that 108 carat Vrindavan, isn't it? And Rūpa Gosvāmī in his Laghu Bhagavatamrit writes also. What does he write? Yattu goloka nama syat taccha gokula vaibhavam. What you see here is actually much more special than that. Because no birth pastimes happens in Golok. Birth pastimes happen in Gokul. There you ask Yashodamaya, I have a question. When was Krishna born? Born? Maybe. I don't know. He's my Lala. That's it. There's no birth pastime there. Birth pastime happens here, isn't it? So we say that this Vrindavan is special. He not only gave us bhakti dham, but he gave us bhakti darshan also. First is bhakti dham, second is bhakti darshan. Any sampradaya, pretty much, if they have to talk about the science of bhakti, they must touch Rūpa Gosvāmī Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. They cannot just leave that. Should we switch this on? I think we can. Maybe it will. We can? Yes. हमारो वृंदावन और हमारो वृंदावन और माया काल जहाँ नहीं व्यापे. जय जय श्री श्रीनाथ जी भगवान की जय. जय श्री राम दरबार जी की जय. जय श्री गौर निताई की जय. जय श्री Prahlad Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki jai. Are you all with me? Okay. Hopefully this will have, imagine we have entered Banke Bihari temple on Hariyali Teej. There are many coolers there. And today is a special darshan of Banke Bihari because he'll be coming on Hindola, the Jhulan, isn't it? Silver Jhulan. And everything will be green. छूटी जात सदसत वासना, छूटी जात सदसत वास, मन की दौड़ा दौड़, मन की दौड़. This is the real Vrindavan which Rūpa Gosvāmī is inspiring us to enter into, where man ki dauda daud, the running of the mind will get stopped. Asat asat vasna, the impressions which are in goodness, in passion, in ignorance, all are chains, all must go. This is the Vrindavan. Not only that, he gave us bhakti darshan, and all of us know this shloka, right? Anya bhilashita shunyam jnana karmadhyanavritam anukulyena krishnanu shilanam bhaktiruttama. Rūpa Gosvāmī gave us the best train to ride on. Best train. We have to go to Prayojan. Tomorrow we'll see that. Goal, Krishna, Prem. But the train should be good, right? If we have to go to Surat, can't take the train to Kashi, right? Anyway, they say Suran nu Jaman, Kashi nu. But we have a different saying. Braj nu Jaman, Braj nu Maran. Eat in Braj, die in Braj. So if we have to go to some other place, we can't take train to some other place. So Rūpa Gosvāmī says, Anya bhilashita shunyam. He does not say Anya bhilasha shunyam, because Anya bhilasha means, arey, we have to be desireless. What if some devotee is sick and we want to pray for him? This ita is tachilya pratyaya. Anya bhilashita shunyam means devoid of the specific cultivation of desire. That we do not want. But if some situations are there where we can pray so as to connect to Krishna, that's all right. It should not be covered by Gyan and Karma. It should be towards Krishna with bhav as well as activities. Who gave us that? The great Rūpa Gosvāmī, isn't it? And then, in fact, he also told us, not only following rules, but after some time, due to the blessings of Kripa and the Naam, Kripa and Naam, we have to also come to the platform, or it will emerge in us, the path of loving devotional service, isn't it? Not with rules, but with prem, isn't it? Rūpa Gosvāmī didn't give only rules, but he wanted to inspire Rag Bhakti in us. So what's the second thing he gave us? Bhakti Darshan. Darshan means philosophy. First thing he gave, Bhakti Dham. Second, Bhakti Darshan. And third he gave was Bhakti Ras. What is Ras? We talk about it, right? Especially when we are eating some sweet. Naam hi hai Rashagulla. Full of Ras, isn't it? And Acharyas explain about this Ras using the example of food. Imagine when you eat the food, something comes in our mouth, right? It's tangible. So much so that when we are distributing namak, what do we say? We are doing the bhandara, when there is a communal lunch and somebody is going and distributing namak, salt. What does he say? Salt, salt, salt? Namak, namak, namak? Meetha? Ram ras, ram ras, ram ras. Not Amras, Ramras, because it is actually Ramras. If it is not there, it is highly bland, isn't it? So, when we eat something, we get ras. Or when there are emotions between people, we get some ras, right? Sometimes it's tikha ras, sometimes it is sweet ras, but some ras is there. Rūpa Gosvāmī tells, let's move beyond. We need to have ras with Thakurji. So, the entire terminology of the Natya Shastra in which dramas happen, that's what happened, right? We are looking at the drama and we are crying and our popcorns are mixed with our tears and caramel. We are eating it. Crying, eating popcorns and still feeling happy about it. That's called the rasa of the drama, right? Sounds familiar? Some time back, we were watching the Narsimha Avatar movie with some of the congregation devotees. I think it was Atlanta. And one girl was sitting in the front. Her mom was telling, "Bachchi dar jaogi. You will get scared. Should I sit near you?" No, mom, I'm fine. She's holding a whole tub of popcorn. And then when the first time Khambanandan appeared, who is Khambanandan? Narsimha Dev. She did the abhishek of the popcorn to everybody who was sitting in front. Because he just threw at everybody. What happened? The movie invoked a rasa, right? Bhayanak rasa, isn't it? Or like that. So this entire terminology of the drama, Rūpa Gosvāmī took it and converted into bhakti terminology. Bhakti ras. That when we see some picture, it will be an uddipan for all of us. When we see some activities or there is some bhav inside, it will all culminate to something delectable, something tasty, isn't it? Which we feel. It's not like the gulab jamun ras, but it is even powerful. It is called what? Bhakti ras. Last time we described about it. Maybe we'll repeat because in 1 year people may forget. Just to explain how to create bhakti ras. The example is creating a nice sabji. First we need a puri. You remember? So what is the puri? Puri is the sthai bhav. That is the innermost latent bhav. You put in the puri something so that we get attracted to the puri, right? We don't eat puri and roti, right? We put something in it which is floating here and there. What is that? Paneer. It's the most delectable thing, right? And then paneer is like the vibhav, uddipan. Then you put other items in it also. Like capsicum or baby corn. That becomes like anubhav, which is the activities. The mom has a motherly feeling. She sees the shoes of the son. She runs. So running is anubhav. Shoes are the vibhav. And the motherly feeling is sthai bhav. ठीक है? Puri, paneer, capsicum. And then, that's it, done? No, we put masala in it, which cannot be seen. That's the mother's feeling. She is trembling, horripilation, like that. This is sattvic bhav. That's it, done? No, we need to put something over it also. What do we put after in the end? In a random manner. Dhaniya, coriander. That is vyabhichari bhav. This is the transitory emotions of a mother, which is like fear. She may be afraid. Has anything happened to my son? Finally, you cook everything together. Shravanadi bhihi. And what do you get? Some paneer pasanda. Isn't it? That whole sabji experience is rasa. But it took many ingredients, right? Sthai bhav, vibhav, anubhav, sattvic bhav. Very technical topic. Rūpa Gosvāmī writes about it pages and pages. And now if anybody has to quote about Bhakti Rasa, who will they go to? Rūpa Gosvāmī. So he gave us Bhakti Dham, Bhakti Darshan, Bhakti Ras. That's it. He gave us Bhakti Natya also. He wrote dramas. Vidagdha Madhav, Lalita Madhav, isn't it? And Dana Keli Kaumudi, isn't it? And in these dramas, he is revealing his innermost desires. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would quiz Rūpa Gosvāmī in Jagannath Puri. Tell us, what have you written? So Rūpa Gosvāmī will be like, no, I will not tell. Why? Because he is writing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only. And you all know this verse. We do this in Mangalacharan, shloka number 9. Anarpita charim chirat karunaya vatirna kalau. He's talking that, oh Mahaprabhu, you only came and gave us the Ujjwal Ras, the Bhakti Ras. So Bhakti Dham, Bhakti Darshan, Bhakti Ras, Bhakti Natya and Bhakti Leela. All the different pastimes. In fact, there is a word used in our Gaudiya literature, in other Pushti literature also, Ramanandi literature also, the eightfold pastimes, right? From the morning to evening. In fact, all our aartis are organized like that, right? Around the eightfold. Krishna wakes up in the morning, then he is fed, then goes to the forest, comes back. You know, the Adyacharya for that in Gaudiya was Rūpa Gosvāmī. He just wrote 8 verses on it, Ashtakam. And then just like a cotton is fluffed out, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami fluffed out into 23 cantos called Govind Leelamrit. Vishnu Chakra Thakur fluffed out into many, many chapters called Krishna Bhavanamrit. And Srila Prabhupada uses that word Krishna Bhavanamrit, translates it into Krishna consciousness. Bhakti Dham, Bhakti Darshan, Bhakti Ras, Bhakti Natya, Bhakti Leela, and what is last? Bhakti Geet, which is what we are celebrating today. The Hariyali Teej, which is the season for beginning Dol Leela. What is Dol Leela? Jhulan Leela. Now the Jhulan starts, right? It is Shravan month. And we may think, come on, Rūpa Goswami, you have given everything. Give us songs also, right? So Rūpa Goswami gave us simple songs also, which we can sing today. And if we are imagining ourselves to be in Vrindavan, everything is green today. All the dress code is green. All the deities are dressed in green. And there are a lot of foliage here and there. It's a very specific festival of Vrindavan. And on this day, they put the deities on the jhula and they rock them. And Rūpa Goswami even gave us songs so that we can sing. So we thought we'll end the discussion today by his last contribution, Bhakti Geet, the songs of Bhakti. Abhidheya means a process, right? So Rūpa Goswami gave us 6-fold process. Bhakti Darshan, Bhakti Dham, Bhakti Leela, Bhakti Natya, Bhakti Ras and Bhakti Geet. How much has he done? He has given this entire feast of pure devotion. Isn't it? Are you all with me? So shall we celebrate the Braj style Hariyali Teej? We will intermix 2 songs. First is Rūpa Goswami's songs and another is a song of another Acharya from Jaipur. That's in Braj Bhasha. Both mean almost the same thing. One can write in Sanskrit, Rūpa Goswami, another can write in Braj Bhasha. That's the unique thing. Everybody is expressing their heart. Same truths, isn't it? Vilasati dolo parivanamali, Vilasati dolo parivanamali, Vilasati dolo parivanamali, dolo parivanamali. तरल सरोरुह शिरसि यथाली, तरल सरोरुह शिरसि यथाली. Keep playing. Vilasati, he is rocking. Who? Vanamali. Vanamali? Thakurji, right? And on Dolo Pari, please understand, this is not Dolo 650. This is not that dolo, this is the jhulan. It is the jhulan on which Krishna is rocking. And as they say, a beautiful metaphor will do the job. What happens when you have a lake? It's called Sara. Ruha is hair. What is the hair of a lake? Lotus, right? A lotus flower, when the lake is bobbing, the lotus flower is bobbing, right? Tarala. And on it, if you have a bumblebee, so what will happen? The lotus will bob up and down and the bumblebee will bob up and down. So this dola, jhulan is like the lotus and Thakurji is a bee, right? Shamvarn. So what is Thakurji acting like? Like a bumblebee on a bobbing lotus. And then Nipatati parito vandana pali, Nipatati little guru beat. Tam dolo dolayati muda suridali. Tam dolayati muda surida. Nipatati. Everybody is falling around, doing dandavats, doing vandana, all the gopis, and they are rocking him. Tam dolayati muda. Are they like sad? Another service. No, they are happy. Muda. Suridali. They have the best interest in mind. Janayati gopi jana karatali. Janaya karatali. Karatali. Jana karatali. Kapi puro nityati pashupali. Kapi puro Pashupali. Ayamaranyaka mandanashali. Ayamaranyaka mandanashali. Jayati sanatana rasa paripali. Jayati sanatana rasa paripali. Keep playing. I am this fellow, Aranyaka. Aranyaka means forest. Mandan Shali, wearing forest crown. Jayati Sanatan Rasa. He is always having Sanatan Ras. But he is glorifying whom? His elder brother, whose name is Sanatan Gosvāmī. So this is the whole thing. Somebody is clapping. Somebody is Nrityati Pashupali. Now this is Rūpa Gosvāmī's song. In this similar rag, which is the rag of the rainy season called Malhar rag, we have the another breath song, almost similar. Jhunki jhunki jhota let jugalvar. Jhunki jhunki jhota let jugalvar. Gal bhaiya dine rang bhine. Gal bhaiya dine rang bhine. Jhulat van sanket. Jhula sanket one. You know, Nandagram, Barsana, middle mein sanket one is there. So gopis are jhuki jhuki. What does jhuki jhuki mean? You bend down and rock. That's humility, right? We don't serve like that. We do bend down, isn't it? Jhuki jhuki. What does jhota mean? Sometimes jhota comes when we are chanting, right? Jhota, that one. So that not that jhota, but the jhota of rocking. And are they alone? No, jugalvar. They are two together. Sundar, Sham Sundar Sundari Radhika. Sham Sundar Sundari Radhika. Hila Mila Adhika Sudesha. Hila Mila Adhika Sudesha. Sham Sundar is there, Radhika is there, they are together and we are serving them together. Hil Mil means in cooperation together. Saras Madhuri Adharamrita Rasa. Saras Madhuri Adharamrita Rasa. Riji Paraspar Deta. Riji Paraspar. They are giving us their prasad. So if KTTVG was the first sutra of first lecture, right? Keep the transcendental vibration going, and along with that KTTFA, keep the transcendental form around. Today's sutra is KTTPA, keep the transcendental pastimes alive. That's what Rūpa Gosvāmī has given us. These pastimes are not dead, isn't it? They are still happening. झुकी झुकी झोटा लेत जुगलवर. झुकी झुकी झोटा लेत जुगलवर. विलसति डोलो परिवन माली. डोलो परिवन माली. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे. हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Abhidheya Acharya Rūpa Gosvāmī Pad ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much. Please forgive 4 minutes over time. Hare Krishna. Thank you. We have time, questions, reflections, suggestions, few minute songs. Yes, Sandamani Mataji. Thank you. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. I asked the saint this question and he told that if somehow some days we are not doing well in our bhajan, with folded hands we can tell Krishna, I know, I cannot do anything. You only were making me do things. Of course, that's not the license for laziness. We do our best, but we also understand who actually is making us chant. Are we chanting or somebody else is making us chant? It's the Guru's kripa, right? Just think about that. It's very hard to chant. So somebody is releasing the kripa to make us do sadhan, so we can say, okay, Krishna, I would have thought that I am doing this and I can do best and things like that. Today you have shown that I am nothing. So that mood will then bootstrap, this word we use, bootstrap, the humility will get further, bootstrap, and then further enthusiasm will come because we know that Krishna, I am banking on your mercy. Second, patience. Because we know things are working. I mean, we are moving in spiral. It's called the cycloid motion. Cycloid motion is like this, and we go behind, then forward, then behind. But we are going forward. Net motion is forward, like the market, right? Unless an AI disaster happens. So it's going up, isn't it? So that way. And I think best, therefore, is to stay in association with those who can fan the spark. Because things are very discouraging in the world. I mean, generally people extinguish the spark, as we were speaking about. So better to be around those who can point out the improvements also, but will fan the spark also. Right? Find the Jambavans in our life. Thank you. Thank you. Nice question. Go ahead. Yes. Actually, here, I think there are certainly few markers. They are all over there in the scriptures. First marker is our internal meditation. Are we germinating feelings about Radha and Krishna and Prabhupada? So those feelings. And secondly, externally, are we becoming, we can say, simple? Not airs around, simple. And this is what I asked one saint, that what do you think are the markers for a person who may be in his last life towards back home, back to Godhead? Last life. He said, I'll tell you one marker. The marker is the person will be very simple. Simple in the sense, not diplomacy, not like that, aise hain, waise hain, like that. So if that is germinating in our life, we like that. And and so many other things. Asuya is reducing. Asuya means parodaya dveshaha. We see others and we feel happy about it because we are secure. So these are also external markers and these are important. And sometimes we might have to even work on those external markers along with the bhakti. See, it is written in 5th canto. Sarvair gunais tatra samasate suraha. Harava bhaktasya kudo mahad gunaha. That those who do bhakti will get all the good qualities. But sometimes we are doubtful. Not happening. Not in me, not in others. Others we do not know. But in us, it might be we are not doing the kind of bhakti which is asked. That's okay. We do whatever we are doing. But along with that, cultivate that as well. Work along that. Sadachar is also important. Yeah. Because if the sadachara is not there, we might end up doing offense, which might undo what little bit was done anyway, like that. So we have to work towards that also. So some markers are there: simplicity, lack of asuya, feelings toward Krishna, more sort of, we can say, like a general encouraging attitude in the sense, right? Moving others together like that. So those are the markers. Does that help? There are many markers. You all have many, I could see it. Okay, Murli Krishna Prabhu. I mean, he didn't say is not there, but some that happened. Mahaprabhu did not say. I mean, he did not say. The initiation would have happened. That's a different thing. Mahaprabhu did not say you initiate him like that. Yeah. Anyway, so what's the question? Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's the question. Well, that's this. Lot has happened in the history. Actually, many things even happened later on regarding the Srinathji temple. And it's almost very transcendental because the person who was involved at that time, Krishna Das, one of the Ashtachap Kavi, he's a transcendental personality. So, sometimes when history goes forward, sampradayas hide certain details, right? We also hide. We also say X was Gaudiya, and other sampradaya will say the Y is Pushti and things like that. So, we can flush them out using proper research, what is what. And instead of now pointing fingers at them that why are you not quoting that, we can leave it to that. The knowledgeable scholars on both sides agree to the common history. But even despite that, Prabhu, it is sometimes very difficult to find out what is the exact history. What happened when, I mean, we are not doubting Chaitanya Charitamrita. I am saying that many episodes happened. Like we don't even know exact birth dates of Rūpa Gosvāmī and Sanatana Gosvāmī. So sometimes lot history is lost under the rumbles of history, the details and things like that. Chaitanya Charitamrita is a great document. And in fact, I have asked some Pushti scholars also that the Varta literature doesn't have this, Chaitanya Charitamrita has it, like that. So several actually acknowledge, some actually acknowledge that Chaitanya Charitamrita is a very kind of a ठोस historical literature. So maybe I'd like to close on that. That Chaitanya Charitamrita is quite ठोस literature. Now why didn't they write it? I mean, so many reasons could be there. There are some other sampradayas also who say Rūpa Gosvāmī was there in their sampradaya. So, ठीक है. I mean, I sometimes take it in this way, that if some other sampradaya says that Rūpa Gosvāmī is not Gaudiya but our sampradaya, I feel, oh, glory to Rūpa Gosvāmī. He was so likable, everybody wants to appropriate him. Maybe we should become like that. So everybody say, no. This fellow is in our sampradaya. Wonderful, right? Yes, thank you. Shyam Leela Prabhu. How? Perhaps. I think something like that, because Madan Mohan is connected to the Gopal mantra, and that is Diksha, Gopal mantra is given Diksha, so perhaps, yeah. I don't know the exact location where this comes, but I have also felt that it comes. Now, why Govind Dev is connected to Abhidheya? I mean, the question can come, why Rūpa Gosvāmī is Abhidheya Acharya? As though Sanatana Gosvāmī did not speak about any Abhidheya. I mean, maybe mota, like what Rūpa Gosvāmī gave the Bhakti Darshan, so he gets situated as the Abhidheya Acharya, right? He has categorically written about how Bhakti we should perform. 64 limbs, Vaidhi Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti, ityadi Bhakti Ras. So he gets. So his deity gets classified as. That's what I think, right? Madan Mohan's feet resembles Thakurji. Govind Dev's face resembles Thakurji. And Gopinath's broad chest represents the what? Thakurji. Yeah. So now, hey, face Abhidheya, lotus feet, Sambandh. Maybe somebody will say, first look at the feet. But in Vrindavan, if Brajvasis are there, they directly look at the. I'm talking about Queen Kunti also started from top, right? And it's written in, I think, Brihad Bhagavatam somewhere else, that those in Sakhya and the Madhurya Bhava will start looking from the face only. So that also doesn't make sense. So maybe it is because of Rūpa Gosvāmī and the Abhidheya deity. That's what I think. If somebody has other better explanation, you can take that. Now the big question comes, why Raghunath Das Goswami Prayojan Acharya? Because Gopinath deity was Madhu Pandit. So, yeah. Okay. More thoughts, questions, reflections, suggestions? Mayapur Chandra Prabhu seems to be in ecstasy. Anything, Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Thank you. Any other reflection? We end here? Okay. Sing some bhajan. Prasad is there. Tomorrow, of course, there is lot of bhajans, especially Sunday feast will be like, we need to get our duo, Hridaya Chaitanya for Ananta Vijay. Ananta Vijay was a Yudhishthir Shank. So I'm asking Prabhu, what's the name? He's saying Yudhishthir Shank. Ananta Vijay. Thank you, Dhruv. Your name? Keshav. Thank you for playing. And tomorrow we'll do Hamare Mai Shama Ju Ko Raj. So shall we just कोई बात नहीं है? Can I quickly go and use restroom and come back? No? So I'll just use and come back. Till then people can take, prasad. Then I can keep singing. Tomorrow? Okay, just give me 2 minutes break. I'm not kidding. We'll sing. Okay, one song we'll sing. Till that time you can chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This one, maybe. Okay. So somebody needs to give me. You have to give me the lyrics. I almost know, but I may forget also. Or I can come down and sing. हाँ ठीक है. Hare Krishna. So there has been some request. Huh? Oh, I can read Braj Bhasha also. I'm learning Gujarati also. Anyway, Gujarati only ka is ulta, right? So, Hare Krishna. There has been a request to sing this. And this song, the author is Vital Vipul. He was the Bhatija Shishya of Swami Haridas. Now what is Bhatija Shishya? He was Bhatija also and the Shishya also. And next in line after next Sampradaya Acharya. This is Nimbarki Sampradaya. Yeah. And it was he to whom Swami Haridas told, he was asking him, where are you looking? So Swami Haridas is just looking in a Nikunj, right? In a forest bower. And then Swami Haridas told, take the thing out which I am looking. And he came out with Banke Bihari. Banke Bihari is not made of stone. And nobody has carved it, right? It's not carved by Vajranab. It is something self-manifested. So it's a powerful deity, and no wonder Vrindavan. Now, the Jalva is too much, right? Hamare Mai Shamaju ko Raj, Hamare Mai Shamaju ko Raj, Hamare Mai Shamaju ko Raj, Hamare Shamaju ko Raj. Keep playing. Hamare Mai. Mai means mother? Huh? Mai means Sakhi. Oh Sakhi, Shama Juko Raj. In Vrindavan, who is the king? Radharani. Not Sham, but Shama. Jaake adhin sadai savaro. Jaake adhin sadai savaro. Jaake adhin sadai savaro. Jaake adhin sadai savaro. Ya braj ko sir taj, ya braj ko sir taj. Jaake sadai savro. This savro is always adhin to Radharani. But he is braj ka sir taj. And this jodi is always moving in Vrindavan. Yah jodi avichal Vrindavan. Yah jo confidently chal Vrindavan. Nahi aan so kaaj savro. Nahi aan so kaaj savro. This jodi avichal is always in Vrindavan. They have no other work, no going to office, no khatpat khitpit, isn't it? They are always retired. And even after retirement, things are heady in this world. This world is nice. Aan no kaj, or work nahi hai, they have no other work. Shri श्री विठल विपुल बिहारिन केवल, श्री विठल विपुल बिहारिन केवल, दिन जलधर जो गाज सांवरो, दिन जलधर जो गाज सांवरो. Just look at the Jaladhar. Jaladhar is cloud and Gaj is lightning. So they, Radha and Krishna, Shyam and Gauri are like what? Lightning and the cloud. Isn't it? हमारे माई श्यामा जू को राज, हमारे माई श्यामा जू को राज, हमारे माई श्यामा जू को राज, हमारे माई श्यामा जू को राज. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We'll do more tomorrow. We need Ananta Vijay also.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. That was such a wonderful, sweet presentation today. You know, we are called Rupanugas, but we hardly get a chance to hear about Rūpa Gosvāmī. So Prabhuji has actually took the verses from different scriptures and how we brought all together to explain about Abhidheya. So it's a very, very wonderful presentation, Prabhu. Thank you. So let's give a big Haribol to His Grace Harivamsa Prabhu. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. So tomorrow, the Prayojana part will start at 2 p.m. So it's all about Srimati Radharani tomorrow. So special. So please come. Generally, we don't talk about Rūpa Gosvāmī. We also don't talk much about Srimati Radharani. So, and Raghunath Das Goswami. Yes. So please come tomorrow, 2 o'clock, and we'll end at around 3:55 p.m. because 4 o'clock our Sunday program starts. So please try to come on time. And also, Prabhuji will give the Sunday class at 5:15 p.m. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So prasadam will be served. So I kindly request everyone to put the mats back in the back there. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Very nice.